Doesn't he kind of look like McLovin?
my god, from this angle, yeah, he does.
He
He's in
looks.
the
That was like a 2-second extravaganza. They died like. Oh my god, look, that's baby alien. This is where they're gonna nerf Yoru. 62% pick rate. See, like a smoke here, because
This
you
is
can.
62% pick rate. Oh my god.
Yeah, he threw it again, and this time the smoke is actually high. I'm pretty sure this is the second smoke I was talking about. Look at it, literally right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
So Omen's just sitting here. Keiko's just sitting here, and he smokes right there. The why, like that smoke? Have you ever been in a situation like I'm gonna like pull out the Valor plant? Or back side, there's always like a freaking Teo, and there's a Reina right here. You know what I mean? This has happened to you
Yeah.
before, right?
Yeah.
So the smoke is thrown here to create like
Block off
separation between
one.
these guys.
Yeah.
So now let's say Jet could dash in here and now Reina aims over there, or you can pop flash to the left over here, and if this guy hides here, it doesn't matter because you pop flash, Reina's still blinded. What is their instinct to drop over here? And then you can just get on site. So you can just like throw a smoke right here. Hopefully this isn't like the most obvious thing
Smart.
ever.
I mean, when you explain it, it makes sense, but no, I would have never thought of that.
Okay, let's see how this game starts. So Omen is smoking right here. This is a thing I keep talking about. We gotta take, I feel like low elo players need to start taking more space. Like,
Space?
yes, space. Like, let's say the game just started, right? And Omen smokes right here. They do this in Haven all the time. You smoke right here. You know that the borders are like right here. Your lines start here, but the defender line starts here. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean backwards. The defender line starts here, the attacker side starts here. So the attacker gets a little bit of a head start. That's why sometimes you peek. It's actually even a little deeper than that. You peek and there's a guy just staring at you first. It sees right here. So there's a little bit of time. So if you smoke this off from the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are over here. The Reina's over here. The Phoenix is over here. Like everyone's over here. I mean, they could get out with a flash, sure. But the flash has to come out first. You don't just get shot. I mean, maybe they'll spam that, right? Sure. But you don't have to be in there when that happens. Or you can just do that and auto TP over here, right? Also, like, it's just good for control. Again, yeah, maybe they could flash, sure. But then you throw the smokes there. Maybe you throw a snake back there after you hear, like, people shooting back at you. Then you take that space. You know what I mean? They just can't
Yeah.
they just can't get to you if you take the spot right here. And now they have to rotate off because they can't take the space at all. And the match just started and they have no space. They have even less space than they had before. And if they rotate off, these guys aren't going to rotate through here. They're going to go through mid, through spawn. So now the only spot that's left on the map that they can use is like this spot, like, because probably the second that they rotate off, unless they're holding angles, but let's just say now the part of the map that is left is here, just because you started like that. And let's say you have a sage wall here at mid, you end up with less. You end up with only this much space to use. You know what I mean?
I'm saying it's actually a good, helpful way to see it for someone less experienced like me.
Don't say it like that. Yeah, so I've been telling you, I was telling you when you were playing Haven at one time, yo,
Yeah.
if your team, like in particular, this is an issue I have in Haven. Like people say, oh, you gotta do specific smokes or whatever. I say I'm right here, B site, and then there's this fucking jet that just keeps peeking with the fucking primed dash or whatever here with a sniper. He's just watching with a sniper. Like, let's get it. But he keeps getting swung by the better enemy chamber and then just rendezvousing out. So he's fine. You know what I mean? Like, he puts it over here, whatever. He TP's out. He's fine. He's probably put it over here, actually. But he just can't win this fight. And he keeps fighting it. You know what I mean? I'm not using this to be a pro. I'm not going to be a pro. None of us are going to be a pro. But you know what you could be? You could be winning your matches if this jet wasn't fighting this guy. He has the operator. He's gonna fight him first. So let's say you're fighting with this guy, and then there's just a KJ here for some reason instead of the other side. Yeah, she got her turret over here. She got her mollies. Right? We're like this, right?
Hmm.
So this jet dies. Now Reyna and Neon go through here, and then their KJ and their freaking Clove are going through main. She dies. So now it's a 1v2 where our fucking ISO's over here for some reason and our Cypher's over here. So in the time that they get here, the only one that can make it there is the guy on B site. And this is all preventable. All of this is preventable with just a simple smoke here. Maybe even farther just to like, because they can only come out through here.
Yeah, just to scare them off.
To scare them off, and let's say they keep pushing. They're not gonna peek that without util, you know what I mean? And in the
Just when you
99%
know.
the 99% of cases that it's a Phoenix or a Reyna, then you know that it's coming. You're not gonna die to that util. There's no util that you can't avoid from this situation. And let's say they don't peek out with that, right? Now the jet is here or here in an off angle. Boom, insta kill chamber operator right there. Dash in like the fucking updraft and tailwind back here. So now they don't have chamber. KJ and Jet are here. She's gonna peek out again eventually. He uses his ult, so there's no operator on the floor, so all they got is vandals. Are they gonna push up? No, operator's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I'm not saying like you do that every round, but if these like guys, if your team keeps dying in particular to the guy here, smoke him off, save him from himself. The mid Viper is throwing this Viper orb here. Do you know why?
No.
This is like an equivalent to a Sage wall. So let's say I'm Omen and I throw the smoke right here, right? Actually, no, I'm over here and I throw the smoke here. Now the enemy Neon and like the enemy like I don't know. I feel like Reyna would be busted in this situation. Let's put something like Teo. Now they gotta like they can't take mid control as easily. Obviously, when you put a Sage wall, you can block it and then you don't have to. Oh shit. You can block it and you don't have to deal with it. But then let's say they make a hole, right? And
Right.
then they make a hole, they break it. Now they can like try to play angles on it. It's whatever, like who cares? So they didn't use Sage at all on the split games that I was watching. They just do a smoke. And why the smoke? Because you would have to get in there. And let's say there's an Omen in here right now, right?
Yeah,
With
that's
a
what I was gonna say. You could
with a
just be
shotgun,
waiting in there.
you're dead. And if you're hiding here, right? You peek out, you're dead. Or they kill you because they pre-shot that. But like let's say you're over here and then they pre-shot that. Now you know that they're there. You know what I mean? It makes a mind game type
Yeah.
of thing. So it's hard to get to mail and it's hard to get to ropes with this smoke here. The smoke that I kept seeing PRX throw, I'm pretty sure it was PRX, is the smoke here. So there's a Viper over here and they kept throwing this smoke right here. I think the reason they throw this smoke is because two things. Well, one of the reasons they kept doing that is so Raze could use her satchels to get to this position really quickly with the shotgun and kill like the Yoru that was here pretty much.
Right.
But another reason is like pushing like heaven here, right? Like you're pushing these guys over here and you got a jet and that's just it right there, right? And Sky. And then you got your Raze over here and let's say you got like we don't have a sentinel over here. Devise, where the hell's Devise at? Now you smoke that off and now you can approach ropes because in this type of map here you have the enemies spread out kind of like this, you know, because they're struggling. There's probably a guy heaven here too. So this guy starts approaching this way, and then now we have a raised satchel all the way up here. And then Omen slowly walks up, and now you're getting the crunch on the left and the right, and then the front and the back, right? And then let's say that the Omen throws the smoke right here. Now you pretty much have most of heaven control right now. And now these guys are probably rotating, but they know that you went through here, so they're probably going through the back. So now you're in this situation right here where you really can't. Where the hell did Yoru go? Is Yoru dead? Oh. Now you're in this situation right here, and that's just like, let's say nobody's died yet. Let's say like you shot at each other, but nobody's hitting shots. You're just scaring them. So the moment this smoke is like disappears, it's a 5-on-2 situation because these guys are rotating, and
Yeah, they're not there yet.
they're not there yet because they hear the guy mid. They're like, oh shit, it could be B. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you throw the smoke here, and it causes them to be like, okay, are they moving up from B site to get over here to A site, or are they moving up to here? You know, and then they're moving, they're going B. You know, because you can smoke this off and then like neon dash in or dog in. You know what I mean? So it kind of like alludes that you're gonna go A, or it kind of alludes that you're gonna try to take this control. Like, it just really stalls the game. Like, I kept watching them and they kept getting like Devise kept staying over here with like the Viper, even though these guys were already like here. But it's like, okay, so you're like here and nobody's seen you yet. You're like here, and then Omen and this Razor here because you slow walked it. You're playing off contact, so the first second you see someone, you get them. Like, you don't see nobody, and now you're over here. And this smoke really helps because you could be right here. What are you gonna do? You're gonna peek out, and if you peek out with your knife, you're probably alone, male. You're probably gonna get killed. You're probably gonna have to Viper Molly to stay there. And if you Viper Molly, you can't move at all. And then they just keep getting this heavy control. They went for heavy control like every time they could in this game. Wait,
They both does that.
Forsaken's about to take this shit easy. But it's an attacker-sided map, but still. He smokes basic McDonald's. That's like a standard smoke right there. Wow.
That's it. Oh my god.
What?
Just like the shots they hit are so crazy.
That's such a smart play, though. He puts the smoke. Maybe I'm reading too deep into this one, to be honest. But Viper on the other team is here, and then you got the Omen smokes. They both have Omen smokes. Oh, I like that. It's red. And you put it here. He didn't even put it perfect. Why didn't he put it perfect? Because you can block the whole choke point. He put it here because he knew the guy was over here. Ally Sova is peeking right here, right? So what does he see? He sees this space right here, right? So you could have put it here and blocked the thing, but by making it like this, you get a free shot off, and he probably didn't even notice that it was there. You know what I mean?
That the smoke was off?
Yeah, the smoke was slightly off center.
Yeah.
So you start moving back. I mean, he's aiming. Maybe he's aiming because he knows that's happening, but a normal person wouldn't know that, and you throw the smoke there, and maybe they'll just push out. But a Viper doesn't have any util to push out like that, and maybe, let's say they have an operator or something, or a phantom, and you have a sheriff. They're not going to look at that, so they're just going to peek that and just get blasted right here, I feel like. Maybe I'm overselling what he did there. Maybe there was just a basic fucking smoke and he just can't cover it. We're still in round 2. And there's just so much tech. So see, okay, that smoke covered the whole thing that time. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was an accident, but I feel like it isn't. These guys make the plays. We just watch them. Let's see what the fuck just happened. Omen smoked there. Do you know why he smoked there? You know why?
No.
So right there, he's throwing a one-way smoke. Finally, we're getting some A-site shit. Let me open this shit full up. So, Omen's standing here. He throws a one-way smoke here. Why is that? It's gonna make them more hesitant to get up here and do anything, because it's a one-way smoke, you know what I mean? Another thing that I see a lot of people do is they just throw the smoke here, and then if you have like a Phoenix or something, it doesn't matter if you have a Phoenix. As long as you have anything ever, you can just walk out and get some control. You don't want to do this if they have a Phoenix, because now you're just going to get fucked by their flash, and your team is gonna die. But yeah. And I see a lot of people smoke this just to bait it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he throws that smoke there. Okay, let me make sure that it was our Omen who did that, like the green Omen. Yeah, green Omen smokes that there. It's a thing that they do. I've already told you that like before, but Omen like smokes are supposed to like take space, whatever. So let's say that you're here and everyone's already flooded out on site, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, everyone's on site. You got a motherfucking Yoru on your shit, and you got another Omen, and you got the Jet, right? We already got this smoked over here. Uh, like right about here, it looked like, because that just covers everything. That's from the enemy though. So the smoke comes. That's not the smoke. The smoke comes out from to here, because now if they swing you through here, like you're just cutting space. You know, they can't swing you as easily, especially if you have like a guy over here just watching this spot. So let's say we're watching this and we can get swung here and then they die. We can only really get swung from that side unless they swing running here. But you know, it just cuts space. It pretty much it's like a Astra ult in a way. You get most of
Yeah.
sight still. Like yes, they planted spike. The fuck? Yeah, yes, they planted spike. What the how do you rotate this? Okay. Yeah, they planted spike, whatever. Spikes on the other side. But also now we're kind of like this. And taking this much space is a lot easier than taking this much space, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he threw it in a moment where they were still here and the smoke just took a while to get there. It's better to have a smoke than not have it because then they keeps the guy back there. One guy could make a difference because, like, again, maybe that's literally what they did for. Like, let's say, have you ever, you've heard of pokeballing someone, right?
Yes.
So, let's say that it's like this, and then the smoke comes in. Now you swing, you kill Omen, and now Yoru can swing, but you just took two 1v1s instead of taking a 2v1. You see?
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that shit right now on the spot. Like, can we write that shit down, chat? Like,
Well, good thing you're recording.
oh yeah, yeah, I'm recording. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. Yeah. Uh, throw the smoke to make 1v1s. Lol. Let's see.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Death from above! Jing, they outdo them so
Oh my
easily!
god.
Feels like they are in their heads. Cool, you wanna get Kiko involved? Sick.
Uh, I guess I'll add this to the playbook, but everybody, I feel like every Omen should be doing this. If you know that there's a guy coming through here, like we've all experienced a Reyna who just rushes the shit down, or a Neon who does that. So I love how my example is always the fucking Reyna. TP here, but only if you have another guy watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help you at all, but and then smoking that out, it makes them think that you got out through there.
And these are frustrating rounds. You look at it, it is frustrating.
Doing, but he's holding this off angle over here. I'm gonna see where this Viper looks automatically when he peeks out.
Just waiting in a smoke.
He's got another smoke to lay at this as well.
Yep. It's coming up now.
Mmm.
Get to play around that box too.
Oh my god.
This is just a clear Jing. This is just a clear Jing so far.
Wow.
Wow.
He could have gotten that Yoru too.
This is what Envy is a checkmate position, but do you even get past the fight? I don't think you do. Kiko's desperate for it, but Envy's there. The pressure is mounting.
I can't keep watching this. I can't. This is like beating a child. This is like ridiculous.
I know, right? That's embarrassing.
That is so crazy. So they come through here after the smoking through here, which is just like they've been baiting that from since the beginning of time. They've been baiting moving towards this, right? So he TPs over here, so this time gets reduced like by 3 seconds. Then he smokes off here because this is just the smoke you usually use when you're trying not to get like shot here, like when you're trying to take that space. And then he's hiding in this corner right here. The fact that they expected it, like W on them, but he still somehow got a kill. And he refreshed it. And then the Viper comes from there. So maybe we can, let's bring this Clove back over here. You get a Clove smoke right there. And then they're like, damn, whatever, fuck me. Maybe there's a world where there's a clove hiding here, and then the second that this guy fights this guy rotates off. Yo, I'm kind of cooking right now. This guy goes in. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
backwards. If the smoke disappears over here, or the clove gets killed over here, and then the Omen pops up through over here and crossfires that. I don't know. That's just like these plays are good. I feel like, and like you can just tell your teammates, "Yo, I'm smoking over here. Smoke over here. Let's get it." Like, let's say that there's only like Omen over here. Like you're fighting. There's just like an enemy Omen over here, and you kill him, right? You get the kill. Trying to get to the pen. Bang. He's dead. These guys over here still have to. I mean, let's say there's just two, but there's a guy here who takes 7 seconds, and in 7 seconds, if you come through here, you can make it for sure. And then there's the guys that take the whole way here. It's obviously not the route they would take. I mean, let's say they do. Let's get both. Yeah, like a 15-second run for these guys. This is just considering you killed the Omen there, and probably the Phoenix or someone that just swung over here with his flash. You kill him. You kill the Omen on sight. You put your smokes over here. You hide here. As long as there's 2 controllers alive. Maybe not even, you don't even need another controller. You get 2 smokes down over here by the same Omen because it recharged or whatever. And then you do the play. You both stay there. It disappears. You back offshore. Just play behind this box. Both of y'all play behind this box. I feel like that's just like broken. Insta crossfire anywhere. Does everyone in NRG have a job next week? Or are they about to all get fired? This
I
is
was gonna
ridiculous.
Say, like, one is so much better than the other.
Oh my god.